Manage your performance like a professional athlete, like an elite Olympian. And what that means is paying attention to what you do best of all and making that even better.
As a productivity expert, you've worked with incredibly visionary leaders like Peter Diamandis. You've also worked for companies like Lifehacker, Payscale, and Monster, to name a few, to help them become, as you say, ridiculously efficient. So what inspired you to become such a master in productivity?
If I am totally honest, it was out of necessity. Coming out of school, I knew that I didn't want to have that traditional sort of corporate life, so I immediately started freelancing. One of the first things I discovered was the faster I could write, the faster I could edit, the more I could do, the more I could earn. So time management was my way to sort of level up my lifestyle. This year, I'm going to double my income. Next year, I'm going to keep that income but cut my work hours in half. Then I repeat the process again. So for me, being productive is the how, and the why is the constant pursuit of expanding freedom.
What is one thing you wish everyone knew about productivity?
I wish that everyone knew that they could be effective. Most of the time when people aren't, they're working on things they have no business doing. They're focusing on, why can't I write well? Why can't I? They're so locked in on this idea or pattern that they have to be good at this thing to be successful. And I think all of that is crap. What if you took instead that same energy and effort and time and put it into your strengths? The single message I would love to say is anyone can be effective. It's just, what are you working on? What are you focused on? And what are you committed to?
As a society, we are more stressed, busy, and overwhelmed than ever before. What are the tasks that everyone should be outsourcing no matter what?
There are so many little things that we do in our day. For example, there's a site called x.ai. All it is an AI assistant that focuses on scheduling meetings. So you know how when you initiate the request to a meeting and you go back and forth and it's so exhausting, a colossal waste of time. This AI goes back and forth with the person who's on CC and just does all of that for you. Here's another one. If you can write a really detailed checklist, I mean a really good, solid checklist of how to do the thing perfectly, such that someone else could do it cheaper than it would for like an hour of your time, always delegate it.
You talk a lot about being able to tackle your inbox. So what's your best strategy for managing all those emails that we get every single day?
So the first one is unroll.me, and it's basically this service that bundles all of your subscription emails into one single digest, so that's one email hitting instead of 20 to 50 emails a day. The second piece, every single piece of communication must catalyze action or create progress. If you use that little guide in your head, how is this catalyzing action? Then you start to look at what you've written, and instead of what do you think, it's let's jump on a call in 10 minutes to discuss. If you can try and train the people that you email the most, you get less email, you get better email, and then the email that you do get, you can act on right away. And then the third one is anything that will take 2 minutes or less to do, just do it right away.
You know, some days we just don't feel like working. One of my favorite quotes from Mel Robbins is, "You're never, ever going to feel like it." And this is so true, but we have to do it anyway. So what are your tips for maintaining consistent productivity, even when we really don't feel like it?
So I'll answer this a couple different ways. The first, I'd proactively sort of recharge, even before I've done anything that is stressful. The first 3 hours of my morning are focused on nothing that has to do with work and everything that has to do with filling me up and making me feel recharged. So I wake up, I get out of bed, and when I have the most energy of all, that's when I'm recharging. I'm reading, I'm journaling, I'm exercising, before I've even started anything related to work. I feel great, I'm relaxed, I'm excited, I've done something that a lot of people push off till the end of the day. Eat dessert first. And then the second part of it is when I am working and I know that I just don't have it in me to keep going, I do something I call productive procrastination, which is I'll do whatever I can to make the next morning start off really powerful, really focused, my best morning ever. So I sort of allocate resources to setting the next day up for success. So I'll make lists for what I have to do the next morning, and then in that way, I can go, okay, well, today was kind of a wash in the afternoon, but tomorrow I'm gonna kick ass.
This is why you're the efficiency master. Bow down. I love it, so good. Got it. That was it. Good job, guys. Woo-hoo.